Many of you have noticed that you don't have as much money as you used to. Those of you who entered the workforce in the mid 1980s have realized you're probably going to stop working when the coroner shows up at your place of employment and shoves you into a body bag and ships you off to an incinerator somewhere. For those of you who are younger, the concept of purchasing a house with a picket fence is a fable from the black and white olden times. Only corporations and millionaires buy houses nowadays. So what happened? Where did the money go? Let's take a look. In Canada and the US, the total inflation from 1984 to 2020 was roughly 190%. The minimum wage in Canada rose from $3.50 to $16.65. That's an increase of 376%. Yay, Canada! The minimum wage in the U.S. rose from $3.35 to $7.25. That's an increase of 116%. The average salary in Canada in 1984 was $38,100. In 2020, it was $51,300. That's a 35% increase. The average hourly wage in the U.S. in 1984 was $9.38. It was $16.36 in 2020. That's a 74% increase. Remember, inflation from 1984 to 2020 was 190%. In 1984, the average house price in Canada was $76,214. In 2020, it was $567,332. That's a whopping 644% increase. In 1984, the average house price in the U.S. was $97,600. In 2020, it was $391,900. That's a 302% increase. Things aren't looking good for the unbooted, unhorsed, and unwashed masses, are they? It gets worse. In 1984, the Forbes Top 400 had a net worth of $125 billion. In 2020, $3.7 trillion. That's an increase of 2,860%. In 1984, the world's GDP was $12.27 trillion. In 2020, it was $85.11 trillion. That's a 594% increase. To bring this up to date, according to Oxfam, the richest 1% raked in nearly 66% of all new wealth created since 2020. That's roughly $42 trillion, which is almost twice as much money as the bottom 99% of the entire world. In the last 10 years, for every $100 of wealth created, $34 have gone to the richest 1%, and only $5 have gone to the bottom 50%. So you can see it takes a lot of people to create billionaires, doesn't it? And that's basically where your money went. It went to people who already had most of it.